Hello, hello. We are back, gamers, doing a little bit of Neverness to Everness today, teaching people how to actually go through the Paws bank heist. And I know it's been a couple of days since we actually streamed. Last week, I think, to be specific, when we were isekai'd into the world of the Magic Man, where we were trying to. Well, first we defeated Skynet, and then we came here to see what's going on. And as dimensional travelers just like ourselves, the whole point of doing this is to see how far we can actually get into games without ever having to do too much, right? So today we'll be doing some Neverness to Everness with Lacrimosa, because the character just recently came out and I did manage to get her. As you guys know, I am free to play for Neverness to Everness, so if you're interested in a guide in the future as to how to remain free to play while also simultaneously getting almost every character you want, not guaranteed entirely yet, because I still gotta fully figure out the algorithm that they have here for doing this, but for the most part, they're actually getting every character you want. Like and subscribe, let me know. We'll have a conversation about it. That being said, let's get to that video, shall we? Now, you guys see it, Nonley's in on inside the building here, and it's a pretty cool picture overall. One of the cool parts that I found is the porch collab that's going on right now. A lot of people seem to be kind of upset about the way it works and how expensive it is through Fawns, but guys, let's remember for a moment, Fawns doesn't cost you anything at all. Actually, that's not true. It's just in-game money, so the only thing it's going to cost you is time. And legitimately, for those tourists that have actually left the game at this point, thank you for leaving. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for showing us that this game is actively worth playing, and all we have to do is just keep going. So now, as you see, it picked up 36k credits right here. Do a little bit of management so we can actually make sure that the food stays on point. What can we level up here? Level up this. But yeah, for those of you that are interested in this, just to make it real simple, I am neither a whale nor a dolphin when it comes to Neverness to Everness. I haven't spent a single dollar, and I've gotten a majority of the characters with relative ease. At first, the game did not want to give me anything. I'm not going to deny that. When I was trying to roll for non-elite, that is still the first and only character that has just completely eluded me entirely. She doesn't like me, and she can stay outside. I'm cool with that. But hold on, I may have to fix that. Okay, cool. And everything seems to be on the up and up and working here. Let's go ahead and fix that resolution for you guys so you can see. I do have it on the best possible settings, but we will drop the settings a little bit so that way you can actually see what's fully happening, because apparently OBS does not like graphics being that high up. Sorry. Go ahead and claim all of our dailies for today real quick, as we're not really too far outside the bank. I still very much enjoy Mint as my favorite character, but Daffodil has definitely grown on me, because I really like her a lot. She's pretty cool. And she's able to, with this particular team that we're running, break an entire team rotation bar pretty quickly, in all actuality.
My cooking skills lately. What did you learn?
Seems that that's still an issue, so hang on a second, everybody. Drop that down to balanced, apparently. Much smoother. There we go. So we did actually, like I said, get Lacrimosa, and we picked her up within the first, like, I believe it was almost 31 pulls, which is kind of impressive, because this game doesn't sugarcoat whether or not you're getting a character. You're either going to get hit hard, or you're just not going to get the character altogether.
I'll handle this.
So,
Hello there.
let's go.
Are you here for the Pink Paws heist?
Yes, of course. Please wait a moment.
Now, we are going to be just kind of walking through Pink Paws today, because I did promise you guys that I'd help y'all actually farm a little bit and get the guide as to how to do this. Lacrimosa's surprisingly very good for doing this, because I'm not sure if the devs intended this, but her bat form can ignore lasers, and that's going to be really important in the future. There are 2 places here that's
Welcome, everyone.
guarded by a ton of
Paws
lasers,
Heist
but you can get an
competition.
insane amount of rewards from.
First, let's hear a
So,
few.
first things first, we will not touch a single vault here without it being necessary for the run. So at max, we'll end up grabbing maybe 2 of them. Probably towards the end, once we get 2 of these. So first things first, get the hand out of here.
What you see is an illusion.
You dared. You guys usually try to bully us before we can open that door, so it's best if we grab that now. Grab the money from up here.
Lacrimosa can hit new wings. So easy.
Use Lacrimosa down here. Once we get down here.
Stay there.
They can use that out. This works out.
Hey, pick on some of your own Keep quiet.
Lights on. Just walk it through. Alright, so we did actually finish everybody off here, so we can go ahead and open the doors.
Here I am.
Welcome to the stream! First things first, you want to go right here. Open this door. Because this table usually has a ton of stuff on it. After you've gotten that, remember we're not opening any vaults that are not necessary to the run. Because we're going to do this run twice. And there are 2 different teams you actually want to do the runs with, purely because, for all intents and purposes, one team is designed to just kill bosses, and then the other team is designed to go ahead and grab whatever additionals we didn't grab last time. If you can help it when you're going through this room, because there's usually good stuff in here as well. But you want to count the phones to find out how many red phones there are. Currently don't see any red phones. This table always has something. It appears there are no red phones at the moment, so you speak to this lady here. Now, there are no red phones. And with that, we get 5,000 cash off of that. If you get the answer wrong for any reason at all, because sometimes it's hard to see, or maybe your computer just can't handle the momentary graphics of what's going on, just say, alright, fine, whatever, just run out of the room, because there's no penalty for just getting out. This room usually has a good amount of stuff as well. You want to make sure you go to the back side of this desk, so that way you can grab everything over here. We're at 32,000 fawns. Now, sometimes this room will have additional items as well. If you're lucky, you can find a few things. Occasionally you might find the diamond there as well, but these desks oftentimes have good items on them as well. And unfortunately, we have been spotted. Oh no! And it usually doesn't particularly matter if you get spotted by the cameras, just don't open any vaults that are not necessary. Okay.
Me? Alright. Keep quiet. Words spoken aloud must be honored.
Time to switch up the beat.
Here I am.
You do want at least 2 shorter characters with you, preferably one of them being Lacrimosa, so you can just log out. We got everything we can from here, and we still got 7 minutes on the clock, so now we're just gonna leave out here to the right, because the right is where we want to go, unless we get unlucky and the boss does not spawn on this side. And yes, we are going to be killing as many of the golden creatures here as possible, as they generate an insane amount of money, and that's kind of the biggest trick to this. So being able to quickly kill those creatures off without any real issues. Sometimes these rooms off here to the side, if a laser spawns in them, you'll find they have key cards fairly often, but if there's no lasers, there's likely a chance of just nothing in general being in there. If there are not key cards in here, there's usually a good amount of money to replace that, because RNG is very much a factor when it comes to this particular room set. Alright. Walk through these. Did it spawn? It did, so we're going to be fighting the boss in here. And then immediately turning around to go for the blue door behind that. So let's play the blue door here. You want to try to do as little hits as possible. This problem is basically getting hit. So we need money from it. It's not good for the run. Just like that, we already have it broken.
Hey, pick up some of your own size. Perk up your ears. Spoken states must not be.
And just like that, we got a good amount of cash out of this. Plus that door in the back opened up, which allows us to run straight through. We're still not going to touch any of those. And hit to the next floor. Make sure we grab all of this here.
Nowhere to hide.
Finish them off.
No mercy.
Shift change.
Alright, we got 4 minutes left on the clock. So now we're gonna wanna grab what we can from this room and then just keep it moving. We're at 89k already. Now this is the part where most people are like, Mighty, I thought you said we were going to go through a room with a bunch of lasers. And we will. But we're going to have to do this run twice because one laser room is more important than the other.
Lights, be careful.
I'll handle this.
You want taller characters for running down to this particular side of the map because for all intents and purposes, sometimes the room doesn't spawn, and if it doesn't, then
Shift change.
kind of get
Go
meh.
rest now.
Alright, it did not spawn in there, so that means that we need to go back upstairs. And remember that that door right there is open, so that works out for us. So we're gonna go back this way.
Here I am.
And head through here so we can get the lasers in the previous room. It is gonna make us walk backwards quite a bit, but we can actually do it overall. It's fine. Fill the room back here, for all intents and purposes, is going to actually spawn with a bunch of lasers in it. The reason you want a shorter character here, so that way, like for instance, Lacrimosa can just use her baffle the lasers without really getting hit too often. And grabbing most of the gear and material out of here will give you an insane amount of income. Like, I feel like Hoda really thought this through, but they forgot that short characters are OP sometimes in the right situations.
That hurts.
Alright, we got all the money out of here, and now we're looking at 107k. That's pretty good overall. Huge stash here. Grab all of these. And now we'll just start to make our way out of the bank, because we've got about 2 minutes left on the clock, and we can actually make it through with relative ease. Since this door is still open, we can shortcut our way through this instead of having to go to that side. So now it's time we can go ahead and hit a few of these lovely chests. We're at 114. Because the goal is, until you've got about roughly a minute or maybe 2 minutes on the clock, you really don't want to hit any of the vaults specifically. And I don't mean the vaults downstairs, I do mean the vaults here, because the vaults up here are not too friendly. They take about 5 seconds to open, and genuinely, because it takes so long for them to open, you don't really want to mess with those until you have to. Now we're going to go into the second room with lasers so we can actually grab everything out of here. The best way to do this is to open the door, switch to Lacrimosa, and then have her go into her platform and go into the room. Because going through that will allow you to drop into here without getting hit. You're going to minimize the amount of time you get stuck. Looking at 118k right now. You got 46 seconds left on the clock. Grab the gold bars out of here. So we're gonna have to start maybe get our way out of here for sure, because as long as we don't get stuck in here, we'll be alright. And we can. That room has so much more loot, it's not funny, but right now we just don't have the time to grab all of it.
Here I am.
We made it out with 121k. That is pretty good overall. 20 seconds left on the clock still, so can we find any last additional little bits of loot? Nothing. Oh, bit of cash here. 10 seconds. You want to try to do this with at least 4 seconds left in the bag, so that way you don't get caught at all, because it does take a moment for you to actually register leaving, and that is the part that actually hurts the most, because if you try to leave with exactly 1 second, you get stuck. Alright, now that's bank run number 1. Bank run number 2, you do actually want Hotori for, because Hotori being able to pause time is infinitely valuable for being able to get in and out of the bank without any relative problems. There are some times where you just need to move, and just going to the next area is going to be super important. And while they don't have a whole lot of synergy, Lacrimosa is really good for doing that. Now, this team I have here set up is more designed for, this team, my team 4 here, is designed for being able to boss kill as quickly as possible. Team 3 is designed for movement and grouping, which this is something that is able to do some very nasty things as long as you're able to keep it straight. Welcome to the stream, guys. So we are gonna quickly pick up this team so that way I can show you all what's the point of actually doing the Paws Bank Heist. It's an updated guide. Because while we do want Lacrimosa here with this team, legitimately the main reason Hotori for all intents and purposes is necessary is so we can actually pause time. But we do want to quick edit this team as well, because we're gonna take Mint off. I hate doing this for Blackroom, because Blackroom's just too good to getting into this situation.
Is bedtime over?
You know, while it's not a perfect situation, a perfect world, this is one of those things where we can actually make things happen. Hang on a second, guys. I'm not entirely sure why it's constantly dropping frames on y'all. Maybe I should drop that down to 60. Because for all intents and purposes, it runs perfectly well for me, but it's not running well for all of you, and that's a shame. While I'm able to run it on the highest graphics possible, it doesn't appear to like that for you guys. That I'm not okay with. Alright.
Hello there. Are you here for the Pink Paws heist?
Yes, Cheese, we are in
Yes,
fact
of
here
course.
for this.
Please wait a moment.
Alright, and in we go.
Welcome everyone to the Pink Paws heist competition. First,
Alright, let's get it. Welcome to the stream.
The height of the world, drawn to its place.
Gonna have to shut this person down.
Arriving at
Try
this
to
very
control
moment.
general area we keep literally while we're doing this, so that way we don't make any hit process. Now, hold the pawns in the pocket and keep moving.
It'll only be a moment.
The goal here is to build skilled enemy hunting. Because that's the main thing of why we're going to be doing this today. Because Team 2 was designed for specifically hunting golden enemies, as well as going through a couple of those laser rooms. Grabbing as much cash as possible is infinitely important here, and as you see, we're already sitting on 5k, and we're only on the first floor. Now we go down one. As is, we're always going to hit this room, because this room will always generate a good amount of gear, as you can see. It gives us quite a bit of money here. Don't see anything here. Maybe it's these. Yes, one of these will actually give a special payment. So now we just head to the next room over. Oh, don't get seen by the cameras if you can help it on the first way going through this, because unlike with the Daffodil team, Scorch and Nova allow you to do so much damage so quickly you don't have to worry about potentially getting hit. Whereas Hattori's team actually does have to care about it a little bit more. Just off the sheer fact of, at the end of the day, while Hattori can pause time, that leads to thinking that you don't have to actually worry about time at all, and you really do. Let's see how many red phones are in this room. Don't currently see any red phones. So we talk to Nai. Welcome to the stream. No red phones. And we get another 5k out of this. We're sitting at now 17k. 17.7. Come into this room. Grab everything we can from here. Well, we happen to get spotted, so going through that blue door is now an impossibility for us. So we're just gonna keep moving to the next room over. They're gonna chase us, but it doesn't really matter. We simply just waste too much time for doing this. These desks oftentimes have so many good things, it's not funny. And the goal is to walk out of here with as much money as possible. Every time you get hit, you do lose a little bit of money, so it's just infinitely more important to not get hit as often as possible while you're here. Alright, so we're gonna go back to this room and head this way. Especially because we have a particular blue door we want to hit anyway. Grab all of the things you can from these particular... I don't want to call them vaults, but I mean, they're mini vaults that don't require you opening. They're like... almost like office desks, realistically. This room has lasers in it, so there's probably going to be something in here somewhere. It's actually worth it usually. Anytime there's a vault access keycard. Yep, exactly. Anytime this room spawns a laser, there's always something in here that's actually pretty good. We're at 8 minutes on the clock currently. Into this room. So this room has a good amount of money in it, it looks like. Is there anything else special here? Nope, just a lot of money. And as is, we're not touching those. Did the boss spawn here? Okay, the boss did not spawn here, but we're still gonna go through this room anyway. Why? Because this table always has a good amount of loot on it as well. Gonna grab everything we can out of here and then quickly run into the other room. So we're gonna pause time now with Lacra with Hattori. Since time is paused, this gives us an opportunity to walk into this room without any problem. And now we just open time back. So we can actually jump through here. Whoop. Meeting room access card. Grab all of this. We need Lacrimosa for that form real quick, so we can go here and go over to the other side without a problem. It doesn't appear that those office file desks are going to open, so we just kind of walk through. Yeah, I tapped twice at lasers, but that's not too bad. 3 times. Alright, let me go back to
Don't
Hattori
worry,
now.
we have plenty of time.
Because we're gonna cheat a little bit. Since the boss didn't spawn there, we're gonna go back. Which should give us plenty of time. Ah, shame. To go back this way. Now we don't want to hit those side doors purely because we're not sure if there's anything going to come of it, but shame the boss didn't spawn over there either. Since it didn't spawn on either side, it's best to just keep going. Grab what we can out of here. It's, as I said earlier, a bit of RNG as to whether or not those bosses are going to spawn, but if they do spawn, you get a good amount of gold from just gold hunting. To get through this, you just Lacrimosa and walk right through all these lasers with relative ease. It's a little cheesy, but it does
Did you
work.
need something?
And we still have 5 minutes on the clock with 55k already? This means that the laser room at the bottom is going to spawn something kind of nice. Alright, so here's what we do.
And thus, time flows on.
Quickly kill Rika.
Arriving at this very moment.
Stick to the plan.
Swap real quick.
Route secured.
I'll handle this.
Managed to finish them all. Oh. Alright, so now
Don't worry, we have plenty of time.
we go back to Hattori, grab all the money we can off these tables. It looks like that side room over there is going to actually be a little bit lucrative. Which, this is a 50-50 as to whether or not the room's actually going to be worth it. So, the best thing to do is just look through the door and see if it's actually going to be open. And if it actually has anything in there, go for it. Otherwise, no. Go downstairs and immediately pause time. Now we know what time is paused, we can actually run away with some silliness here. We're going to hit these tables on the way back up, but in the meantime, come down here, interact with this thing. We do want to interact with this to actually fight it.
Nowhere to run.
After we're kicking.
Target confirmed.
How rude!
And then before we come in for Remora, because Remora plus charge equals Hattori gets the ult way faster. And yes, I know non-kill time space allows her to just charge it on her own,
The moon
but it
has
is
set.
actually affected unironically by charge, which is really interesting.
I'll deliver this one myself. Let's settle.
Welcome to the stream.
Don't
So we're blocking
Right now.
into the lower charge. Because the moment we go back to Hattori, we have her already did that.
Spin and clear.
Here I am.
Alright, so look at that. We got a ton of gold out of this. All over the room. And then there's one more boss that's going to be on the other side of this. Should be Golden Boy here. Yeah.
Could only be a moment.
Kill this dude as fast as possible with time flies, so we don't have to worry about that.
I'll provide backup. I'll handle this.
Shift. Sun for delivery.
The only reason we're not using Lacrimose for this fight specifically is because Lacrimose is particularly used here for a movement check.
Did you need something?
And we need to be pausing time with the Hattori as much as possible to concentrate. But by the time we come out of this, not only will we have
Arriving at
taken
this
a lot
very
of damage,
moment.
should it's just about right. Yep. Now we switch to Lacrimose.
Stay there.
Because once he's broken, then you can switch to Lacrimose. We will do a ton of damage to him. And look at that, we got a ton of cash out of it. No, we've still got 2 minutes on the clock, so we can go ahead and explore a little bit from here, see what's upstairs. There shouldn't be any golden enemies up here, but we can grab all the money we can. So, in this case, we can go ahead and grab this. We still have to really give it a pause time for us to go back through later. This will lead to a couple of rooms that you do have to make a choice on. You gotta be real careful about choices you make, because
Here I am.
chances are you could get stuck sort of in one of these rooms. If you do happen to get seen or spotted, then you can just walk out. Go back this way through the open door. And just like that, there's a booth right here. Perfect. So we do have now an actual natural exit point. The Jade Cutter. We've got a little bit of time left, so we want to see if we can hit this room here. can we get through this? We got about a minute and 5 seconds. So we'll grab some of the material from here, but we won't go too greedy with it, because that's typically how most bank robbers get caught, isn't it?
Lacrimosa can
We want
handle
black
it.
room so we can get through this part. So she is really short and we won't be easily able to walk through the lasers. But the lasers that we do get tapped by, it's alright. So now we go
Did
back
you
to
need
Hattori
something?
because we know that that particular space down there is able for us to be escaped through. Unpause this, grab everything from these side tables. 35 seconds still left on the clock, and we have plenty of cash to pick up. 20 seconds left, and we're at 151k. With that, we confirm our retreat, and we just made it out with 151k with no problem. Last run was like 170 something. This is a consistent way to farm, guys, and it seems that a lot of people are complaining that the Porsche collab takes about 19 million fawn in order to actually farm. Well, let's break that down for a moment. If we're getting a minimum of almost 200k per run here, and you were to spend roughly an hour doing this, how long would this take? Leave the answer in the comments below, and if you're right, I might actually help you out directly with farming a little bit. And if not, I would go back to a calculator and just do some math. It makes life easier. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but like, it's not hard. It's one of the easiest things that they've done, and unironically, I'm surprised that NTE is being so generous to actually give us a whole Porsche. Do you understand that Porsche, the company Porsche, does not actually just give endorsement to anyone without reasoning? That's kind of a flex and a really, really good like collab strat that says that the game is doing well. And so, that being said, I appreciate all of y'all for being here. Since you have seen the strat and what we do to farm, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's anything we can do in the future to try to fix this up for you guys a little bit. I'll see if I can do something about the lagging issue for NTE specifically, because for whatever reason it seems to do that only for this game whenever we stream it, but it does actually work out regardless. Link in the description is what it is. But with that being said, I love you guys. I really appreciate y'all being here, and let me know when we can actually hang out again together. Wolf